What makes buying or investing in townhomes ideal? Is it affordability? Is it convenience? Is it the amenities? What is it? Certainly, there's no shortage of townhomes in Riverview. So the question now is, which townhome do you buy or invest in? That's going to be my goal to help you answer that question. I created a list of the top selling townhome communities in Riverview, 19 to be exact. But in today's video, we're only going to cover one community, and that is Magnolia Park. Now, I don't want to make this a lengthy intro, so let's go ahead and dive in and get started.
All right. What I wanted to do is kind of take just a couple of minutes here to kind of share some high level information and give you a general overview of where Magnolia Park is located here uh, on Google Maps. Bloomingdale Avenue is a main artery, and Bloomingdale Avenue obviously runs east and west. Now, once Bloomingdale Avenue crosses 301, so Highway 301 runs obviously north and south, and you got 75 running north and south. Once Bloomingdale crosses 301, it turns into Progress Boulevard. Now heading west on Progress Boulevard. Now this is where you see Magnolia Park right here. And this is where I shot the bulk of the video. And our concentration was in this area here. But Magnolia Park has two other communities off-site, one of which is further south here on Magnolia Park Boulevard. And if you head further south over here, boom, there's a community here. And these are all pretty much, I believe, all single-family homes. The Magnolia Park that we were at when I shot this video, what you're going to see in a couple of minutes, this is primarily single-family homes and townhomes. And then heading further west, and if you take a right and head north, you've got another Magnolia Park community here, and these are all townhomes as well. Now, during the video, I did mention that there are three pools at Magnolia Park, and they're all going to be, and there's one in each community. So there's one pool here, right? There's another pool here in this community, and then there's a pool down below in the single family home community. The great thing is that regardless of where you live, you're able to use any and all pools at any of these Magnolia Park communities. So if you live here, you can still come to the pool area here. If you live here, you can still swim here, that sort of thing. If you're not familiar with this area, it's very, very close, obviously, to Highway 75, 301, and then the crosstown. And the crosstown will take you downtown. If you break over here, the crosstown breaks over here, and this is how you get to the Selman Expressway. And that'll take you into Tampa, and then you can go into Tampa, St. Pete, Clearwater, that sort of thing. But lots of things to do. I mean, there's movie theaters right here, gas stations, Home Depot, Target. You got Steak and Shake, so different, what do you call it? Different fast food joints, Publix, Token, Ramen and Kung Fu Tea. And just further north, if you head up Goronto Lake, heavy residential. So you've got townhomes on the left over here. You got a couple communities, Mariposa, Sterling Ranch. And if you get to Lumsden, this is where you've got Kohl's, and you've got a couple of plazas on the left and on the right, Home Goods. You've got Lowe's, you've got another Publix over here, you've got Walmart, you've got the Brandon Mall, Westfield Mall, and there's just so much to do. It's just very conveniently located. If you head east on Bloomingdale, there's Winthrop Charter School, which is right in this area right here. So Winthrop Lake, there's some homes here, which kind of reminds me of downtown Disney. If you ever get a chance to check that out, take a look at it. But anyways, so the Winthrop Charter School for elementary and middle school, A-rated. And in this plaza right here, they call it the Winthrop Town Center. There's a Starbucks and a few restaurants in there as well. If you head further east, all these different communities are here too. Buckhorn, South Hills, these are all single family communities. Um, Urban Air, which just opened up not too long ago in our area. This area right here, Chicken Salad Chick, this is fairly new. It was not new, but it was just recently redeveloped. So it's gained a lot more traffic and really gave it a nice upgrade. But you've got the YMCA, and if you've heard of, as you head east on Bloomingdale, this is where you start getting to the A-rated schools. Now, if you live anywhere near here, like in this areas here west, these schools are not in that. This the A-rated schools in Bloomingdale are not part of the are not part of their district. So, but anyways, just wanted to give you a quick overview to let you know where you're at and what amenities are available to you if or when you decide to buy and or invest at Magnolia Park. So anyways, now let's get back to our regularly scheduled show. See you in a minute.
So the first community we're hitting up today is Magnolia Park. And Magnolia Park is a gated community, and it's a mix of townhomes and single-family homes. All townhomes in this community are going to be 2 stories. So if there's any issues with that, there are no single stories available. But they were built. They were built in 2008, and there's roughly about 200 and just under 300 townhomes in this community, about 295. And like I said, it's a mix of single families as well. So single family homes comprise most of this community, about 775 single family homes. But it's a very beautiful townhome community, and we're going to head down that way in just a second. And it's nestled, the townhomes are nestled in between the single family homes. So as you enter the gated community, you've got single family homes on the left and on the right, and you head further in, and that's where the townhomes are going to be. So without further ado, let's go ahead and take a quick look of take a quick tour of this community. The townhomes here are a mix of 2-bedroom and 3-bedroom. Most of them are going to be 2-bedroom, 2.5 bath, and that's going to range anywhere from 1,280 square feet all the way to 1,880 square feet. The only layout that has a 3-bedroom is going to be the 1,800 square foot layout. All the others are going to be 2-bed, 2.5 bath. I did mention earlier, it is a gated community. There are 3 entrances, one on Progress Boulevard, and then the other 2 are going to be on Falkenberg. There is a CDD fee, which is $315 a year, and that includes amenities like the pool area, the splash pad for the kids, the playgrounds, the trails. There is a basketball court as well. HOA fees are $271 a month, and that includes complete lawn maintenance. It includes the mowing, the shrub pruning, the irrigation system service, exterior pest control, sewage, water, trash. So a lot of things that you don't have to worry yourself with as far as maintenance is concerned. Most HOAs also cover your roof, so there's definitely some, you don't have to worry about that. Now when it comes to trash, this I did notice this yesterday. So there is a main collection point for trash for these townhomes where I'm standing, and it's primarily the ones that, if you notice, so if you ever come to this community and just notice and you're asking yourself, well, is there a trash pickup here or not? Well, if there's a driveway, then I noticed that there is a trash pickup. Other than that, there's going to be a central point where you're going to have to just pick up your trash, and depending on where you live, drive all the way out here to the front of the entrance, to the front of the entrance of the community, and drop off the trash at the location there. Now, in this specific community here, there's only one pool and a playground, splash pad, that sort of thing for the kids. The other 2 pools are going to be off-premise, but they're going to be in communities known as also Magnolia. So under the umbrella of Magnolia, those other 2 communities, residents here also have access to those other 2 pools, which is also a great benefit. Most of these townhomes here started off in 2008. There was a pause, and I'll get into this a little bit further on during the tour. And there's going to be one road primarily on Hillcroft, and those are going to be the newest townhomes that were built. Those started off in 2017 through 2018. Now the school district here, for elementary it's Frost Elementary, for middle school is Junta Middle, I hope I said that right, and then for the high school it's going to be Spoto High School. If you don't want to put your if you don't want to put your kids in the designated county schools, there are other options as far as private schools, and there are A-rated charter schools in this area as well. Riverview, if you look at greatschools.org, if you go to that website, greatschools.org, Riverview does not have high ratings when it comes to the county schools. So if that's important to you, you might want to look at other options like private schools or the charter schools in the area. All right, so let's dive in a little deeper and check out the community. So I'm standing on Chatterton Way, and this is going to be one of probably the first part of the community that the townhomes were built in early 2008. In fact, I'm standing, according to public records, the house behind me, the townhome behind me, is one of the first ones to be built. So in 2008, as you all know, it was the peak of the recession, so building stopped in 2008, so only just a handful of townhomes were built, paused for a couple of years, picked back up in 2010. Again, only a handful were built between 2010 and then each year after that, and then it really started to ramp up in 2013. As I said earlier, Magnolia Park consists of about 275 townhomes, and it's a mix of 2 and 3 bedrooms. Primarily 2 bedrooms, 2.5. They all have 2.5 bathrooms. They range anywhere from 1,280 square feet to be exact, all the way up to 1,880 square feet. Obviously, the 1,880 square feet townhome is going to be the 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath. The most recent sale of the 1,888 1880 square foot townhome sold for $345,000. The smaller unit is 1,588 square feet, and that last sold for $290,000. The smallest one was 1,280 square feet, and that one sold for $255,000. All right, so I'm at Hillcroft Drive right now, and this is the last phase of townhomes that were built, primarily in 2017 through 2018. And this is dedicated on primarily on one road, Hillcroft. All right, so where I'm standing at right now is the park area, play area, open wide. Beautiful, again, very tranquil, very serene. And during my conversation yesterday with one of the residents is that every now and then, every month or so, they bring food trucks. So it's just great gathering spot. Great place to bring your kids, your pets, play a game of flag football. All right, so we're gonna make our way right now and head over to the pool area. So it's a little cool today, so I'm not going to see a lot of people heading over to the pool area. Nevertheless, you can tell it's very well maintained, very clean. So this concludes today's video tour. Hope you really found value in it. If you did, please do me a favor and hit that like button below, subscribe to my channel. If you found great pointers that you want me to continue hitting on, or if I neglected to mention something with regards to these tours, please let me know in the comments below. I'd really love to hear your feedback. see how I can improve in future videos. That way I can benefit you, provide more value to you, give you better information so that you're able to make better decisions on whether to buy, invest, or sell in any real estate transaction in the Riverview area. So again, thank you so much. Also, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. My information down below. You can call me, text me, email me at any time. I'll respond to you pronto. Thanks again, and again, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and like this video. Take care.